Hello guys, and welcome to episode 7 of our Vanilla Cities Skylines Let's Play. Last episode we finished off our new super highway interchange. I haven't made the adjustments off camera just yet. I'm saving that for when I've got some free time, but I thought we could squeeze in another episode this afternoon and let's hopefully start on our forestry town that we talked about last episode. So further up the highway here, I've just built a little exit. It's really simple, just a single entry lane. And I actually need to upgrade this to a one-way road as it comes in here and switch that around. So they'll come off the highway, they'll enter through here, come in, there's a roundabout to keep the traffic flowing as best as possible, and then obviously they don't need an entrance back onto this way just yet, which will be from here I imagine, and then if they want to get back to the main highway or the other side of town they can do. We're having some abandonment issues in the residential sector at the moment. I'm not too sure why, and these also, some of the tourist guys are complaining as well. We do have a lot of residential demand, and whilst this kind of residential state is nearly pretty much filled out now, we don't really have that much more room to expand here. This could be an option, but for right now we're just going to leave this side of town, keep letting it grow and upgrade, and we're going to kick off our industry over here with a bit of forestry. Okay, so the idea for this town, I have it kind of, I want to base it off a town that I know, that's near me, so we'll try and do this, and let's bend that around there, and then we'll bring that up to there. Okay. Yeah, I want to bring it off around here. Actually, I think that bend needs to be a little bit sharper. Let's knock this out and try it again. Okay, that works a little bit better. So we're going to have a little bit of industry over here, specialising in forest. Yeah, okay, let's have that there. And then there's also a road that's going to come out to here. And then one down here as well. Okay. And this is going to become just a little commercial square. And then there'll be a path that links the two sides of town. There. Okay, let's bring this guy in from the top. Up to there. That goes off in that direction. Down here. See if we can actually make that a little smoother. Let's try that again. Yeah, that works a little bit better. And then there's also going to be some roads, a little one-way road through here. Keep that as a one-way system, and then we'll bring these guys up to here, and then there. And I'll bring this guy. So that gives us a little basic kind of idea of what we're going to be doing. Out on the fringes here, these guys are just going to be kind of free-flowing around to where some houses will be. Just be kind of little arms coming off each other, a lot of little cul-de-sacs I suppose is the right term of phrase. Just try and not make them intercept too much. Okay. So if you look in the video description now, there's a link to a Google Doc sheet that kind of details something of a schedule. It isn't too packed at the minute, but if you just take a look at it, it's got I think, if I can remember rightly, if I can remember my own schedule, we'll be doing City Skylines on Mondays and Wednesdays, and possibly Fridays, I think, as well. And then from that, we'll be doing Total War on Thursdays, which I'm looking forward to getting started. And then from that, we'll be doing Destiny streams on the weekend. And then I'm going to leave kind of Sunday afternoon open to whatever I'm really in the mood to record. So, if you're looking forward to some more content, definitely hang around on the channel. Okay, so these guys have got water. So now we really want our industry section. Let's go ahead and add in... Do we want a 6 lane? I think 6 lane is a little bit overkill. Let's go for a 4 lane with decorative trees. We'll try that. Okay. And then we'll bring that into here, and then we'll paint out our industry area. So I'm pretty sure trees are the resource that doesn't deplete. I know oil and ore do. Which is kind of a little bit annoying, because, you know, especially if you're going to set up like an ore industry, you know, they're super expensive to build, and a lot of the time they're not really there for that long. So it's a little bit annoying to have them disappear so fast. So we might use the cheat. I don't think it's a mod, because that would kind of be out of line with the point of this series. But I definitely want to use some of the other industries, but just not have to keep moving them. We need to specialise this, don't we? Where is it? Okay, so you will be... Forest? Why don't it let me specialise that? Or do I need to do the building first, maybe? Maybe that's the issue. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got the sawmill, a small tree plantation, and a small log yard. And we can see here it just breaks it down if you haven't played the Industries expansion before. You have the extractor buildings that give you the raw resource, and then from these you can make multiple resources such as timber or then paper, and then they specialise into different things. So to kick it off, this guy needs water, of course. Let's bring it down into this area. So this place won't get too crazy. It won't be like absolutely enormous, but it'll be, you know, a fairly significant size. And I want to keep it fairly low key as well, which is why we're using the dirt roads, which is over here. So we'll bring this guy down and into line with that. And we'll give this guy another connection there as well. And this should allow us to put some resource buildings in. Okay. So let's just delete that road so we can bring it around the back of it perfectly and square it in. No, too short. There we go. Okay, so these guys are complaining of no power, so we need to hook this place up to... Is that going to reach it? No, it's not. Let's go from here. There we go. Yeah, I also built this at the top as well. I don't know if you can really see it from down here. So from our main kind of residential estate, there's a little road coming off the roundabout here now. Just realised how steep that is as well. It goes up and then turns into dirt road. It goes all the way up to the top. It serves no function, just to make it look like these wind turbines have some kind of service thing. And I have put a little residential block down here. But no one has actually built on it yet, so hopefully something will appear there, just like a little outhouse, like a little maintenance building for the wind turbines. That'd be pretty good. And also over here, we had a lot of kind of no man's land between the social hub and this little residential estate. So we've just added in a little wooded park area with a bit of undergrowth that actually needs to be deleted. So there's a bit of undergrowth, a lot of trees, a few stones that just separate this out, and it's a nice little park area for them to walk through too. And then it also links up to here, although it is quite overgrown and that path is a little bit crazy. That woman just like walked up a wall. But yeah, so that's just filled that in. I think it makes it look a little bit better. Okay, so these guys have water and power now, and they're producing, let's have a look at the industry area info. Okay, so they're producing stuff at the moment. Let's that should link, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, so we'll just expand this as and when we need to. And for right now, let's get some commercial and parks into the middle. Oh, a small playground. Let's pop that there, and then we'll zone this district as well. Let's go with a small one up this main road. And then we'll bring all this in. I might make this green and renewable. It kind of fits in with the whole forestry area, I suppose. Let's just capture all these guys in. Okay. Super. Right, so let's have a look at some specializations. What can we give them? So they already have... Wait, is that policy on citywide? Yeah, we do have Parks and Recreation on citywide. I want to take that off because that eats into a massive amount of our budget. I don't remember putting that on. Okay, so let's have a look at Garland Heights. Yeah, we'll encourage biking. Electric cars as well. And we'll also add in a specialization for our commercial. Okay, let's make them green. Okay, so let's just start by putting down a little bit of commercial. And we'll just kind of make this main square here all commercial. And then a little bit on the corner here. We'll leave that one free. And that one, and then we can put a little path through there as well. It's so difficult to get it just to land in the square sometimes. Okay, there we go. And connect these guys up to the power grid. Should keep them all happy. And then just around here, we're going to have a little bit of residential. We'll make these quite big. We want these to be quite kind of big countryside houses. You know, it's not going to be a lot of kind of poor housing, I suppose, or lower income, I suppose, is the politically correct term as to what kind of houses we want to appear in here. And we'll just see how that grows. How are we doing for education wise? We could do with an elementary school here, and I have just taken those 2 loans, so we might have to wait a little bit of time. How much is the community school? It's 12,000. We should have that pretty quickly. Now we've taken that Parks and Recreation stuff off, it is growing at a decent rate. Okay. How would they... Yeah, I want to keep this looking nice. We'll use the elementary school. Or the community school, rather. There we go. And that should keep these guys happy. Alright, let's do a little bit of maintenance over here. These guys aren't enjoying their time. I also saw a death symbol over here as well. I don't know where he's gone. He must have been collected. How are we doing for healthcare and death care? We've still got a lot of cemetery availability. Now these guys are complaining of not enough workers. Well, there is housing for you here to use, so... Okay, let's get some paths going through here. Add a little bit of detailing in. There we go. Down through there. Then how about one over here as well? There we go. And then one on the corner. And then we'll bring this through down to there. So how about over here? We'll add some guys over here, because if they can walk to work through these little paths, then that's always better. And this guy straight down the back, and then we'll bring another one down there as well. Super duper. So just going back to the schedule I was talking about earlier, if you guys are interested in seeing any particular of the Total War games, I mentioned a couple of episodes ago that I'm really thinking of working on Attila, which is one of my one of the first Total War games that I played, and I know it gets a bad rep from kind of Total War fans, and it's totally understandable. But in the, I can't remember the name of the expansion. I think it's the Empires of Sand, where it adds a load of Arabian factions into the game. In that expansion, there's a faction called the Lakhmids, and their campaign is solid, like real hard. So I'll be quite looking forward to doing a bit of coverage of that. I've always fancied recording it. So if you guys are also happy to see that, I'd be more than happy to give some of that content to you. Because there isn't that many Let's Plays of that particular faction on YouTube. Okay, this is developing nicely now. How is our industry doing? What policies can we give it here? Increases the storage capacity of extractors and processables by 20% and increase the upkeep. Worker health. And production output by 10%. Okay, maybe we should go for advanced automation. See how that does. Let's have a look at its info. So it's producing, it's making us money. It's got a little while to go before its next level. So we'll just let that do its thing. We won't expand any further because there's not too much demand for industry at the moment. But you can see how this will, it'll just be these little grid-like dirt roads that just kind of expand in and around. And then we're getting very close now to expanding into our main downtown area. And this stuff is looking really good now. We actually need to change this. How about if we upgrade that? What does this do as it flows out? Yeah, that's actually stopped it, hasn't it? Okay, how's that? Is that making it better or worse? It's actually draining the ocean. The water physics in this game are crazy sometimes. Okay, so the wider canal is actually draining the water out of the bay, which isn't something I really expected. Yeah, okay, let's re-upgrade this back to a single one. If you guys have any ideas of how these are supposed to work, because I do not, please let me know, because I would love to be able to use these properly. Gets a little bit shallow there, so let's make that one a little bit deeper. And this one too. Yeah, if you know a good tutorial video on how to use these canals, do send it on to me, because I don't think these look particularly good at the moment. Okay, we'll let that water settle back down, but it does look as though it's actually trying to drain it, which isn't ideal. And also for these sewage pumps as well, they're really polluting the bay now. So what we're probably going to do is relocate them back to here, so all of our sewage just flows into the side of the map that we won't be using. And we're not too far away from our big town now, are we? No, we're not. Okay, so let's fulfill some of this residential demand and try and get to that next milestone before the end of this episode. Let's just fill all these guys in. This will all be housing for this town. So this layout that I'm using is actually based on a real life village called Hawkshead in the Lake District where I live. And it's a really pretty village, and I've kind of tried to mimic the layout here. It's probably not that true to life. If you take a look at it on Google Maps, you'll see what I've done kind of where the road kind of bends around the village. Let's get some more commercial in here. We can afford it, I think. And how about some parks for you guys? Maybe maybe a basketball court might be good. It's going to destroy my power line. How about a plaza? Plaza with trees or a plaza with picnic tables? Yeah, let's put that there. Works quite nicely. Fits in just right. I really like the Green Cities commercial buildings. We got some room here as well. Yeah, we do. Maybe let's just have a couple of small storefronts along here. See what kind of buildings we can get. Okay, this is looking like a little busy town now. Although these guys have zero public transport network, so what we're probably going to do is we need to add some buses into our city at some point. We'll pay that and take it, and then hopefully we can afford. See, I would rather have the biofuel bus depot. It's 960 a week. We can definitely afford it, because I want to try and keep this city as green as possible. Okay, what about this building here? Public market. Oh, so these are like electric car shops, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. It's looking good. Now, where do I want to put the biofuel bus depot? It would make the most sense to have it along here near where the tram station is. And then we could put it just next to here. Why can't I place that there? Is there something there? No, that's a little bit odd. If we place it over here, then it's going to have access to the downtown as well, rather than stuffing everything into this little corner. So let's put it here. That doesn't stick out too badly, does it? No, it's okay. It's in with the industry area. Okay, so let's do some bus lines. We'll start these guys off. So they'll do a little route of this one-way system. They'll pick some guys up. Bring them down here. And then they'll head all the way through town. Down into the... where do we want to take them? That brings them through the residential area if we do that, doesn't it? Okay, maybe let's just do this as one big route. So we'll stop here. And then they'll stop here. They can call up to here. We'll pop a bus stop down there. And then one more over here. And then they'll come all the way into town. Drop people off there. There. And that should do. I don't think they need to take them any further down there. And then that should be it. They can come back down the highway and finish the route. Yeah, he's using the highway. Okay, super. So let's grab them as they come out of the bus. What was that? Glebe Park has reached level 5. It's got a trampoline park. Wonderful. I don't think Glebe really has the ability for that. There isn't much room left in it. Okay, so let's go for nice bright green buses. And what is this location port? This is called Glade Heights. And this is heading to Valley Heights. Okay, so let's just name the line after where it's going. Where's that bus gone? Here they are. Okay, so Glade Heights. to Valley Heights. And it would appear that my new village is on fire. How has that happened? A lot of things are burning down. Looks like these guys need some fire protection. And of course I bet I don't have the money for a loan. No, I don't. Because I keep the game on 1 speed. Oh, these guys are pretty burnt out. Still people living there though. Oh, look at the state of that. That's kind of ruined the aspect of the village, doesn't it? How about this one? Did this survive? No, it's a little bit burnt up. How many people, how many buses are on this line? There's 19. Although to be fair, there is a lot of people on this line already. A lot of people waiting here. Okay, so I think we just need to keep the game on 3 speed and let these buses separate out, because at the minute they are all backed up in this village. Yeah, this is literally just like Bus City at the moment. Will those guys rebuild? Will that char eventually go away? I'm not sure. I don't know if 19 buses is necessary, is it? Surely not. I mean, they are all full, and the ones that are empty still have a lot of people to pick up, so maybe it is. I mean, there's 280 people at this bus stop now. I hope that doesn't affect the trams too much. So we now have 613 people using our transport every week, which is around 9% of the population, give or take. So the first bus has just come here. Why are these guys so jerky stopping here? I don't know why they're stopping like that. Let's have a look at this junction. I just want a stop sign here. Although they are still continuing to jerk around. If anybody knows why that's happening, there's no reason for them to keep jerking like that. I'm not sure what's going on. It's not stopping traffic too much, I suppose. Although I'm thinking maybe with this roundabout we upgrade this into just a normal road and then have the tram line come through in its own line here and just turn around. But traffic is flowing okay. It's not stopping too much. How are we doing at Glebe Park now? Yeah, this place is super busy. I don't really want to add any more things in around here. And then we have our new milestone. We unlocked a new plot of land which we'll buy right now. Some taxation policies which will be fun. Some new services including the metro. It's a little bit expensive to do at the minute, but we'll definitely be using it. We've also got our IT cluster, leisure specialisation, education boosts, and then a load new policies. And thankfully our new zoning, so we can do some high density stuff now. And then we've got our blimp pathways and some new buildings as well, including the incineration plant. And do we unlock the crematorium as well? No. We do have the university though, so that could be something we can do. Possibly next episode though. Alright. These guys need a fire station desperately. They are constantly on fire for some reason. Let's put this on the main road. Just next to here. And then if they need a police station too, that can also go on the main road. That should also upgrade quite a few of these buildings. And stop them. Why are they always burning down? There's obviously some kind of random arsonist, like, quite active in this area. Okay, how's this doing? It's not far away from its next level now. Okay, and these guys are complaining of not enough customers, aren't they? I mean, I don't know why, there's plenty of connections in for them. One thing I did want to do before we wrap up today's episode is add in another highway entrance and exit just here. So we'll bring this out. How much is this one first of all? 240. Let's pop the grid back on. Okay, then switch that around and then give me a highway exit. Can we get it under the bridge here? How's that looking? Yeah, so I just want them to have another exit, so another entry onto the highway, so they don't have to keep following the same old routes. And then we'll do the same with this one. Oh, of course, this one doesn't quite fit, does it? Okay, so that's because I've left that too close. Although this one does come in a little bit there. Might need to curve this out a bit. Let's turn off the grid. Okay. Okay, so let's see if people use these. It's not super symmetrical, I know, because of this guy here. I don't want to create two junctions so close to each other. But the bus just used that route, so that means that it's faster for them, and that'll stop them going through the industrial estate, which will be tremendously helpful. How's that line doing now? Still tons and tons of people waiting. Maybe it does need more buses on it. Who knows? Okay, so we now have our little office space, which I'm really happy about. So we're going to actually do a little office park here, and then we'll probably call this episode for the day. Okay, so let's have this coming down here, and then one over here. How far did we go out by then? 160. Okay. Yep, I understand. And then we'll do some grass roads. And then I want to put a park in here as well. Maybe a plaza. A plaza with trees would probably work better here, I think. Maybe 2. Can we get another one in there? Yeah, let's do 3. You'll see what I'm going for here in a minute. Of course, I'm using the wrong road as usual. Is this as close as I can get it here? No. There we go. Okay. And then we'll bring this one guy up. Connect these guys up. Okay. So where I live, at least, there's a lot of kind of little business parks, we call them. They're kind of the corporate versions of a retail park. And I'm hoping that we can try and emulate one of them. That should connect, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's leave some room for expansion here. Let's bring these guys out. And then we'll bring this through on a bend. Up to there. Okay. And then we'll bring this guy adjacent down to this. And does that connect? Not quite. Okay, let's bring that down a 45-degree angle. Okay, so this should make a nice little business park. We'll also have some maybe we can see, yeah, let's do something with bicycle paths. We don't have many of these around the city. Let's get people cycling to work. So let's bring the elevation down here. Can I get this across already? Yeah, I can. Okay. How much was that slope? That was 122. So that would be there, wouldn't it? Okay. And then let me turn off the snapping tool now. And we can connect this guy up as well. And then also these guys over here. Probably need to put a fence along this. It's kind of really dangerous to have a cycle path right next to a motorway. I know there won't be any crashes in cities, but still, just for terms of realism. And let's bring these guys down through there. And then we'll also bring one over here as well. And then that gives them access up and through there. Okay, so we need to go to the park stuff. This is what we want. Let's maybe start from here first of all. A little bit too close there. Doesn't seem to be playing ball now. No, I don't want you to do that. Okay, looks as though that's as far as we can get it, but it does just make it look a little bit more realistic, so you're not cycling right alongside the highway. Let me drag it under there for some reason. Okay, let's just bring it through there, and then we'll just fill this space in with a couple of trees. Or maybe some small bushes? Or a large bush, yeah. Let's do some bushes. Just so it fills that in a little bit. Super. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. Let's use this space along here. Made it a little more safer, I suppose. Okay, so we've still got some more industrial demand here, so we'll try and fulfill some of this with office space. So when we start using the IT clusters, which gives us like real big high rises that look good in the downtowns, we'll be using that specialization over in the main downtown area, which I'm hoping now off camera we can go ahead and start, and that should be really good to watch. These guys are all complaining of death. Yeah, okay. You probably deserve your own cemetery, to be fair. You're quite far away. Let's pop it in there. Power should still be linking through. Yeah, it does. Tell you what, let's actually delete that. And then we'll give these guys just a tiny little connection here. Okay, how's the industrial area doing? Okay, so it wants more workers to level up. Let's give them what they want. These can hold 20 workers each. That guy's full, that guy's full, that guy's nearly full. Yeah, so we'll need to buy a few more industry buildings before this place will level up, but it's not too bad. Well, I think it looks pretty cool though. No, the road expands here to bring in the volume of traffic. People still using it. We'll probably keep this as parkland maybe. Not an official park, but just a little bit of green space for them because it's all quite dense throughout here. Yeah, we've unlocked the metro stuff, haven't we? Metro's 15,000 and then it's $100 a cell, so it's super expensive to build, especially in the distances that we're covering here. Okay, So I think we're going to get this one first, because then we can sort out the issue that we've got with the highway here. And we can also do some lower density towns and little villages around here. And what resources do we have over here? There's oil over there as well. There's also farming there too. So we'll probably go for these 3 courses. Let me just check my milestones actually. How many do we have left? So we've got 1 now. Then there's another one. And then there's another one. Okay, yeah, so we have like 5 expansions left. So go ahead and buy that one. Yep, okay, thank you. And then this should now allow us to sort out this highway entrance, which I'll do off camera because last episode was a lot of highway stuff. I'll do this off camera in a moment and just tidy this up so it's not crazy bends and this interchange needs to be sorted out a little bit. Okay guys, well I think that's a good place to leave the episode. We've started a new town, and this will probably be it. This won't expand any further than this, apart from the industrial area as it levels up. Next episode, these guys are complaining no water. My apologies. Next episode will be on Monday, I hope, and from that we're going to start expanding right down here and start building our downtown area, or at least planning it out, building the roads, and getting ready to put the train station in. Now, when do we unlock trains? It's the next milestone, isn't it? Yeah, 11,000. I think that is the next milestone. Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, I do appreciate it. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel and follow this series as it grows. If you like what you've seen and like my building style, or indeed have any of your own suggestions of what we can and can't do to the area, then please do let me know in the comments. And you can also find a link to my Twitch where we stream Destiny 2, Borderlands and FIFA content. Just chill, relaxed streams where we can hang out and chat. Nothing too intense. You can find my link to Twitch where we stream on the Xbox below. And if you're enjoying the content, then do stick around. Thanks for watching guys, and I will speak to you all very soon.